So Brad, a 2-2 draw today at home against Leamington. What are your thoughts overall on that performance?
I thought we were fantastic in spells. Don't get me wrong, 5-10 minutes of the second half they came out and battered us, and I mean properly put it on us and looked intent. And after they scored though, I thought we dealt with it really well. After they scored, I was expecting a little bit more and them to carry on. And like I said to the boys, just relax. You knew you were doing and getting on in some good areas and playing the right stuff in the first half. So stick to your guns. At the same time, if those spaces aren't there, roll your sleeves up and let's see if you can man up and grow up. And we stayed in a game on Saturday, and okay, we were probably not. Well, we weren't the better team on Saturday, and we've nicked a point because we've stayed in the games and stayed resilient. Tonight, you can't get away from the fact that it's definitely one Stonewall penalty, but realistically 2 penalties we've not been given right near the end at 2-2. So we feel a little bit hard done by that. We haven't taken 3 points, but the difference is, okay, I know single points aren't great, but 3 unbeaten in the league in that respect, and so we are a hell of a lot more competitive. We've had lads in the right areas of pitches and they've played with the freedom in the final third, especially in the second half, and it was good to see. And for us to come out of that game disappointed against a team that came down from the Conference North, you've got some of their most experienced players coming off that know us well, and they're saying after that is a complete difference to what we played at the first game of the season. And honestly, we didn't know what hit us at times. So it's a credit to the boys tonight, and after the disappointments of Wednesday, for us to go back to league action and compete with Colville, compete with Leamington. Be happy to get a point out of Colville, but be disappointed to only get a point out of Leamington. What a nice place to be at. So yeah, much better feeling than especially the Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm. And just how impressed were you with the ability to bounce back after going obviously down early in the second half and then within 5 minutes back level?
No, and like I say, I felt we controlled majority of the possession in the first half. So coming out, I was expecting a reaction, but I'll be completely honest with you, I wasn't expecting that reaction from Leamington. They came out and they were aggressive, they were front foot, they played some decent stuff, they got it in the right areas, and they will beat teams up this year. But after going 1 down, I've said it a few times, this team of old 3-4 months ago, we crumble and let everything go to pot, whereas we've got back in the game, we've got back on the front foot, we've deserved what we've got. We've been pegged back by, I'll be honest, a very soft penalty against us, and then not being given a Stonewaller. The lino's seen the handball, so fair play to him, but then he's not had the courage of his convictions, unfortunately, to say that it is a penalty when he's 2 or 3 yards inside the box. But they've got a tough job. Everyone scrutinises officials, so I'm not going to sit here and slander too much, but it was Stonewall, and that's why we feel a little bit disappointed on that today.
Mm-hmm. And obviously we had Luke back, came on late in the second half after his heart surgery, right? Yeah. But how disappointed do you think he'll be after giving away?
Do you know what? I think he'll be ridiculously disappointed because he'll feel that he's let something down. But it's that softer penalty, he shouldn't at all, because I really don't think it is. And if it is, he's only done it by trying to do the right things. He's not tried to dive in too much. He's just tried to get there and defend. So I'd like to see it back and actually see how strong a penalty or soft a penalty it is. But he'll be disappointed. But at the same time, that's good. It's good to be disappointed because it means you care, and it means that you feel that you've got something to prove and bounce back from. I'm buzzing to see him back in the ranks. It was great to see Bruiser play for 65-70 minutes. Got a score sheet as well. So things are looking more positive, and we've had some great performances out there. Joe's has played some serious minutes today, and it's just nice to see players in the right area of the pitch doing what they can.
Mm-hmm. And, we didn't have Ryan in left back today. We had Coxey filling
in.
But I want to highlight his performance because I think he played really well today.
So he played a long stint for me at Loughborough at left back, and it seems to switch him on a little bit better. He was brilliant, and I've just singled him out in there because he's had a lot of stick this year from myself, players, and he's just bounced back, and he was fantastic today for a lot. He cut out a lot of important cutbacks. He was assured in his defending. First contacts he was very good at. So I'm pleased for him because he does care. He loves it, and it's nice to see him up his levels and especially give the performance that he has done today.
Well, it's Needham Market next weekend. What do you want to see from that?
Well, let's put it this way: we don't make it don't make it any easier for us, does it? So we knew we were coming into a really tough set of games, but for me to turn around and say from the last 3 of them that we haven't lost a single one of them. Unfortunately, there's only 3 points from there. But disappointed in tonight. We go into Needham Market here with the same attitude, application. We are patched up United in terms of how many injuries we got. So we need to look after the boys this week and make sure we're as strong as possible going into that game. But if we're anywhere near the attitude and application of tonight, sprinkled with that little bit of quality as well, then I'm sure everyone will be in for a good game of football to watch because they play some good stuff.